Loki's hologram splinters mid-air. Falsified footage shows the Hulk destroying New Asgard's memorial, every stone crushed underfoot. Thor watches the footage, jaw locked, Mjolnir trembling. Not rage yet, something far colder and more deliberate floods his eyes. Bruce Banner sits peacefully in a New Mexico lab when the wall tears open. Bifrost light floods every corner white and blinding. Thor lands with enough force to crater the floor. He doesn't explain. He levels Mjolnir and says only, "You will answer for New Asgard." Bruce's eyes flicker green. His shirt seems already splitting. The Hulk doesn't wait for explanations, only for danger to confirm itself. The Hulk erupts from Banner's body. A seismic event, 1,400 pounds of gamma-irradiated muscle displacing air in a visible pressure wave. Thor charges, Mjolnir screaming through air at 270 miles per hour, the electromagnetic wake bending the steel shelving into twisted arcs. Hulk catches Mjolnir mid-air. Physics says he can't, but enough concentrated rage and gamma radiation generates its own worthy moment. The resulting energy release levels the building, lab equipment, concrete, and rebar orbit the pair like debris in a private solar system. Loki, watching from a satellite feed, smiles. His manipulation of Stark's deepfake network took 12 minutes. This war costs him nothing. In the dust, Thor roars the crime aloud. The Hulk's expression shifts from fury to confusion. Something doesn't add up inside the green skull. But the Hulk doesn't do diplomacy. A misunderstanding processed through 1,400 pounds of gamma muscle only outputs one response. Smash. Round 1, Hulk's overhand right travels at 50 miles per hour at impact. Newton's second law turns the desert floor into a quarter-mile impact trench. Thor skips across the desert like a flat stone. 3 impacts, each one registering as a minor earthquake on sensors 40 miles away. The Hulk's clap attack compresses air between his palms to 3,000 atmospheres. The shockwave flattens every cactus in a half-mile radius. Thor rises, spitting blood. Good. The Hulk needs Thor to bleed. It's the only language the monster currently understands as a real challenge. Hulk grabs a mesa formation, 200,000 tons of sandstone, and swings it like a baseball bat. The physics of this is genuinely biblical. Enjoying the video so far? Hit like and subscribe for more epic action. Welcome to Herapulsar X, where superheroes and legendary battles come to life. Hulk dives down through the rubble pile, grabbing Thor by the ankle, grip force exceeding titanium bolt shear strength by a factor of 9. What follows is the Hulk's signature maneuver, a full rotation smash, except this version has 40% more altitude and considerably more personal grievance. Thor becomes a projectile. At 380 miles per hour in an atmospheric arc, Mjolnir attempts to compensate, but Mjolnir cannot fight angular momentum. Thor hits the Colorado River. The resulting wave reaches 60 feet. Water and electricity are a dangerous combination, but not for the reason you'd think. The Hulk stands at the rim of the Grand Canyon watching. He's not even breathing hard. The angrier he gets, the stronger he gets. He's not angry yet, but something shifts in the river below. Lightning. Rising. A column of pure plasma forming from the waterfall. Thor is not done. Not even close. Thor ascends on his own electromagnetic fury, water streaming off him in electrified sheets, eyes replaced entirely by white lightning discharge. He calls down the storm, not local weather, an atmospheric vortex pulling cloud mass from 3 states, generating 800 million volts at the eye. The first lightning bolt hits the Hulk at 54,000 degrees Fahrenheit. For context, that is 5 times hotter than the sun's surface. Hulk's skin doesn't burn, it radiates. Hulk absorbs electricity as kinetic energy. His gamma biology converts electromagnetic input to physical mass. Each bolt makes him 6% bigger. Thor switches tactics, forget raw voltage, try kinetic. Mjolnir thrown at 3 times the speed of sound creates a sonic boom 3 counties wide. Mjolnir doesn't hit the Hulk. It hits the canyon wall 1 inch from his face. Calculated. Thor is trying to bury him, not break him. The canyon wall collapses. 800 million tons of red sandstone fall in an avalanche calculated to pin, not destroy. Strategic fighting. God-tier IQ. Silence. 30 seconds. The rubble pile is the size of a football stadium. Thor allows himself 1 exhale. Then the rubble starts to move. The Hulk tears through the rubble like wet paper, 800 million tons displaced in 4.7 seconds. The math on his strength is frankly embarrassing. Thor's advantage, flight, range, and electromagnetic control. His disadvantage, the Hulk gets stronger every time Thor hits him. Classic dilemma. Thor calls lightning not from the sky, from the ground, reversing polarity. The upward discharge bolt hits with triple the energy of a downward strike. For exactly 2 seconds, the Hulk is in the sky, and for exactly 2 seconds, Thor controls the fight completely. Physics. temporarily 1, gamma, temporarily 0. Then the Hulk screams. A frequency below human hearing, 18 Hz, the exact resonance frequency of the human eyeball. Thor's vision blurs. He descends at terminal velocity 175 miles per hour for a mass of 1,400 pounds, generates 58,000 joules of kinetic energy on impact. A small bomb, basically. Thor catches him mid-air. The impact radius of that decision is a 300-foot compressed airburst. Thor chose to absorb it rather than dodge. Why? Because Thor isn't trying to win anymore. He looked in the Hulk's eyes during that 2-second lightning suspension and saw confusion, not malice. But the Hulk doesn't process epiphanies mid-fight. He headbutts Thor at the speed of a freight train. The sound is audible from orbit. Thor's nose breaks. He hasn't bled from the nose since 842 AD at the Battle of Ragnar's Tide. This means something to him. Now it's personal again. Worthy. The word means everything to Mjolnir's enchantment. For 0.3 seconds, the Hulk's rage grief for New Asgard makes him technically worthy. 0.3 seconds. Then rage overwhelms everything else and the worthiness window closes. But that's enough. Now Thor knows the Hulk believed in New Asgard. Loki decides to accelerate his plan. He sends destroyer armor fragments remotely, specifically aimed at the Hulk to re-enrage him toward Thor. A destroyer fragment hits the Hulk's shoulder. It looks exactly like Asgardian tech, exactly like what a god would throw. The misunderstanding resets. The Hulk's anger just doubled. And there is a scientific paper documenting that every doubling of Hulk's anger increases output energy by a factor of 4. This is the world breaker threshold. Geologists would measure what happens next on the Richter scale. Thor needs a plan in the next 11 seconds. This is the world breaker threshold. Geologists would measure what happens next on the Richter scale. Thor needs a plan in the next 11 seconds. Meanwhile, Thor takes every hit. He doesn't dodge. He absorbs. Each strike giving Mjolnir more time to find Loki's satellite and end the source. Mjolnir detonates Loki's satellite. The fake footage file is deleted from every network simultaneously. 2 seconds later, a hologram corrects the record. The truth arrives as a corrected hologram over New Asgard. The real footage, Banner helping rebuild the memorial with his own hands, stone by stone. The Hulk stops, mid-swing. This doesn't happen. The Hulk doesn't stop mid-swing. Thor hits the ground and laughs, because he's never seen it either. Physics verdict. Who wins this fight? Thor's electromagnetic control wins range and air dominance. But the Hulk's adaptive gamma biology wins attrition. A prolonged fight beyond 22 minutes gives Hulk an insurmountable energy advantage. His mass keeps increasing. Thor's does not. Math wins for green. But today's fight was 14 minutes. In a timed engagement, Thor's technical superiority, IQ advantage, and Mjolnir versatility edged the decision. Thor wins barely. They don't shake hands. The Hulk just walks north. Thor watches him go and says nothing. There is no treaty between forces of nature, only distance. Loki escapes his satellite via a prepared sling ring, landing in a city that has never heard of either of them. He has a new plan already forming. Post-credits, a tremor. Banner wakes with no memory of the fight. In the mirror, not green eyes, red ones. Something new is waking up inside him.